What's up guys, and welcome back. Obviously the paint's here. So paint did arrive first thing this morning. I am actually shooting this almost 2 weeks after my last video on the camper van. So I've done the majority of the body working down the side. I just wanted some high build on. Yeah, got it sorted out eventually, so it's here now. But yeah, so when it arrived this morning, I literally just grabbed it and just got straight on with it, washed the van down, got it cleaned, and off I went. So yeah, obviously this needs a while to dry. It is actually beginning to flash off now, but I do like to leave it a few hours before I start wet sanding it. And although it's actually laid down quite nicely there, as you can probably hear, and you can see the tent there, it's moving a little bit. There is a slight breeze kicked up. It's dried the ground out very quickly, and so yeah, I'm expecting there to be a little bit of grit in the paint, which is unavoidable. I mean, that's just the way it is. I'm outside, so you know. So obviously this has nothing to do with the van, but just been out this morning picking some apples off the tree because they are nice and ripe and ready. So anyway, let's put these away and get on with the van. Well, here we go again. God damn it. Well, yeah, I had a storm during the night, and obviously, yeah, so canvas is trashed. It's too windy to do anything this morning. You may notice the primer on there and down there. It's just a couple of areas that I just really needed, I wasn't happy with, so I went over them again and just got the epoxy on. So I'm not doing high build on it today. Obviously it's windy, so it's just going to whip up all the dirt. So I've got the front bumper out over there. I think what I'm going to do is I might as well just get on with that front bumper. I'm going to sand that down. I don't really want to start the door because it's windy and it's blowing the door off the rack. So yeah, you know, one step forward, one step back. That's how I feel at the moment. But and I can hear the canvas ripping up above my head. I mean, I'm not even going to touch it. It's trashed, so there's not a great deal I can do with it at this point. But anyway, let's just see what we can make out of it. Well, got that all sanded down now. It's actually in pretty decent shape. There's a couple of little dents and dangs in it, but absolutely, yeah, it's straight. So we're not going to have any issues of it not lining up or anything. So yeah, I'm happy with that. That's not a bad bumper. I'm still, if I can get the funds together, I would still rather go with you know, the earlier style bumper. I believe you can get that style for the slightly later bays. So yeah, and on the subject of finances, I had someone asking me a few days ago, why am I just buying the paint, so some of it here, some of it there? Well, the simple reality is, as I've said before, I make nothing on these projects. This channel is just for fun. Other than a few bucks here and there on the odd t-shirt, I actually make no money whatsoever from this channel. You know, and yeah, and paint is expensive right now. I have got a monthly budget, and simple reality is I can't go over that. So that means that, yeah, especially with the primer, I have had to just buy it as and when I can afford it. Yeah, and that's going to be the situation with this van. It's just going to get done as and when I can afford the materials. And yeah, I'd like to buy everything and do it all in one go, but unfortunately that's not the world I live in. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to wipe this bumper down, and before I do anything else I am going to epoxy the whole bumper. Well, a nice coat of paint on there now, so I'll just leave this overnight. It can sit here, it's not going to take any harm. So yeah, I'll leave that there. That can get itself all nicely dried up, and hopefully tomorrow this wind will have dropped, and I'll get back on with the main van. But it's, you know, it's always one job. It's just another job finished, so I'm okay with that. Oh, we're definitely moving along. Now, I was actually meant to be heading off to the Newark swap meet, the Auto Jumble. If you saw my update last week, then you know basically the transit decided, well, its water pump didn't want to water pump anymore. So yeah, it's kind of put a dent in things because, first of all, I was wanting to go to the swap meet, to be honest. I'm still looking for stuff for this, and it's a good place. So I was wanting to just have a good walk around there, see what they had available. I still need a back bumper and a few other bits and pieces, but I just wanted to have a wander around, you know, meet up with some buddies and just have an enjoyable day. But obviously that ain't happening now, because I don't have the Astra. It's over at the shop with failed brakes because of yeah yeah, I bought a couple of slave cylinders, rear wheel cylinders off eBay, and they've both have failed. One's leaking, the other one has just it's blown its seals out completely. So yeah, it's sitting over there waiting on me going over and repairing it. So yeah, anyway, I decided just to get on with this today. Now, I can't, that back panel there, I was wanting stuff at the swap meet today which would get that back panel finished, so I can't do anything over there. So basically I'm just working on the main body at the moment. I can do all of this. What I'll do is I want to get this painted today, then tomorrow I can just carry on, just start working on that door. So yeah, it's not exactly how I planned today, but you know what, it's okay. I'm getting more work done on this, and it's looking good. I like it. I'm really liking this colour. So yeah, I'm gonna have half an hour, grab a coffee. This takes about 10-15 minutes to flash off, but I'm gonna give it 30 anyway. So yeah. Well, obviously I'm working on the door eventually, and I've said it several times, I'm gonna do the door, I'm gonna do the door. But I keep getting on with other things. Calm down. Calm down now, come on. Yeah, the wind's picking up a bit again as well, so, but obviously, yeah, the van, well, most of it. Still got that back section to do over there, but there's a little bit more work to be done on that rear fender. But I need some materials. I need the van to go and get them, the transit. I need to get the water pump on the transit, which I can't do yet because I need to ride over to the shop. And that's where the other water pump is, etc, etc, etc. You know how it goes. Will you calm down? We've been down this road before, but in the spirit of keeping things moving along, I am getting on with the door, and I am going to start working on the dashboard. So I've got it pulled out here. It's just a bit ugly more than anything. It does need this whole section here replaced, but that's quite straightforward. This is going to be the difficult one in here because it's got like a little lip that goes along there, and it's also, you know, multiple curves and bends and everything. I may see if I can find a replacement dash. If not, I'm going to just repair this one. But yeah, all this wiring, it all needs to be. I am going to put a new harness in the van. I mean, this wiring in this van is just in really bad shape. It has been on fire at some point, and yeah, so yeah, I also need to find a handle for there, and I think I've got the vent for there, haven't I? It's just in one of the boxes. But yeah, it's now that I get to look at it, it's not quite as in good a shape as I originally thought. One thing I am going to do though is where the cigarette ashtray is, which is seized quite solid there at the moment. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to take that out, and I'm just going to put like a make some sort of cover. Maybe use the front of it and put the USB charger behind it. Yeah, that and everything. Obviously, there's nothing in there. But yeah, it needs. Oh, it's long here as well. Yeah, I might see if I can find one. As long as somebody's not asking, like £3 for it or something. There's the geese heading in the wrong direction, it would appear. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, if I can find one, and if it's not some extraordinary amount of money, I will get another. If not, I'll just. This section, all of this is easy because it's just basically a flat section. But it's this corner. This is where it's difficult because it's a compound shape. So yeah, we'll figure that when we get to it. But first thing I'm going to do is the door. Because what? Oh, that was the other thing. That's the main reason I came over here. I'm going back and forth on the colour for the dash. Obviously, it's painted black at the moment, but I saw one the other day on YouTube, and this was the. Well, I saw one where this was the actual lower body colour, and I saw another where it was white. So I liked both of them. I don't know which one I prefer because I kind of like them both equally, but that is definitely a possibility that this will end up either body colour or white. Get it out, John. So it is a good possibility that this will end up either body colour or white, but that is for future John. Present John needs to start working on this. So I stripped it down last night. Obviously, I don't. This is the next day, by the way. I don't even know if I mentioned that. But yeah, I stripped it down last night. The only problem I've had is up here, is where the quarter light mounts onto there. That is absolutely seized solid in there, so I need to figure that one out. But otherwise, it came apart okay. The only real damage on this door so far that I can see is just this corner here is a bit rough. Obviously there's a hole there, and but the rest of it, it's in pretty decent shape. It seems to be in better condition than the door that was the passenger door. If you check multiple videos back, that was several days work on that. Was it a couple? I don't remember. It was a day or two, whatever. But so I'm going to concentrate on this side first. Obviously get that side welded up and everything. Then what I think I'll do is I might just get this side in epoxy. Then I can flip it over and work on the other side. But this here, but this is just surface rust. I can get in there with a finger file and just clean all that out. Just treat it with a neutralizer. But yeah. Okay, this should be nice enough, dry enough now to work on. But I have been messing about with the front bumper, and I honestly don't know how it mounts on here. I thought, where are we at? Oops, let's try not to trip over lumps of wood. But I've got the bump around here where I sprayed it yesterday. So these two bolt holes here, I thought they lined up somewhere here, but on this one we seem to have threaded bolt holes there. Same on this side. So my question is, what's going on? Yeah, I'm assuming this is not the bumper off this van. Am I right? I don't know. The rear bumper is completely missing. I knew that when I bought it. That got lost along the way somewhere. We don't know what happened to that. The brackets and everything are there, but the actual bumper itself is missing. But yeah, this front bumper, it does not seem to coincide with what I've seen online and what I've, when I've been around to some of the shows, especially at Newark, some of the VWs around there, I've had a bit of a look at them. Yeah. So, got to figure this one out. Yeah. So I may end up having to track down another bumper. I don't know. So, if anybody knows, bloop it down in the comments there. Yeah. Anyway, this door's dry enough now. I can start working on this corner here. There's a little bit down there to do as well, so the wind's getting up again. But anyway, let's get on with it. So, I now have that corner in. A couple of little bits I need to tidy up on it, but I'll get to that shortly. I'm now doing this section here. I've just soaked it all down in rust preventer, neutralizer, so I've been letting that dry off. Then we're going to get into there and make that piece, get it put in, and then we're going to move on. This is the only bit. It's not destroyed. There's a bit there. I don't know. I'll see when I get to them. They're not really bad, but I don't know yet. I'll see once I get there. I might just need a clean up and rust neutralizer, but yeah, we'll figure that out shortly. Well, Houston, we have a problem. So I obviously working on that corner there, and I have run out of MIG wire. I thought I might have had enough to get that section finished off, but unfortunately I didn't. Now, I'm sure somebody in the comments is going to say, well, if you knew you didn't have much left, why didn't you buy some? Well, my plan had been to buy some yesterday at the swap meet when I was off with the transit. But, obviously, with everything that went on with that, the water pump and everything, I never made it there. And, yeah, here I am. The other problem I've got is at the moment, I can't get a ride into town because everybody's away this weekend. So, but I think all I can do for now is just put this door to one side, and there's other stuff that I can start getting on with. I mean, I may just start dismantling the dashboard. Obviously, I won't be doing any welding on it, but at least I can maybe get it dismantled and take it from there. And then we'll just figure out what we can get on with. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's the way it is. Obviously, not having the transit, I've got no transportation at the moment, so I can't get into town to just go and get some. So obviously, this water pump situation with the transit has caused a lot of problems at the moment, because there was a lot of stuff I was actually planning to get yesterday and just didn't. So yeah, I'm kind of, yeah. But that's the way it goes. Like I said, I think either the last video or earlier in this one, like a lot of people doing projects like this, I don't have the funds to just go out and just buy everything. So I tend to buy stuff as and when I need it, or at least when I'm expecting to need it. Obviously, I knew I was going to need the welding wire, so I was planning on getting that yesterday along with a few other bits and pieces, but yeah, here we are. Anyway, let me get all of this put away. So, welding wire, Amazon Prime will be here tomorrow, sorted. Let's get it. A strange noise in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. Sounds like a flying saucer or something. UFO. Anyway, let's move all of this to one side. Oh, I got it all dismantled there. The lower section is actually in decent shape. It's this upper section. Obviously it's all crusty here. Oh, well, I'll never see that again. But yeah, she's all crusty around that edge on this side. That's easy to replace that. There's a few other bits here. It's a bit crusty around there, but this is the worst part here. And this is the one that is really, you've got multiple compound curves, you've got angles, you've got ridges, I mean, yeah. So, what I think I'm going to do is probably put this to one side for the moment, but I think I'm probably going to have to see if I can find another one of these. Ideally, yeah, that would be the ideal situation, but yeah. Oh well, it's old vehicles. I mean, what can I say? 73 or 74, I can never remember which. That's a long time ago. Forget sometimes that it's a 50-year-old vehicle. So that's by the by. We'll figure that. This section here, though, this is all in decent shape. I mean, obviously it wants to go clean down and painting, but yeah, that's all in. That's fine. That the impact pad, again, it wants a damn good clean, but it's in really nice condition. It's that's definitely reusable. So yeah, I think I'm going to get the switches and everything out of there, and I think I'm just going to sand all of this down. And I might get some paint on this tomorrow. I'll see. It's threatening rain at the moment. That's why I'm not, promising to get it done today. But yeah, I'm going to continue. I'll get this all stripped down, and then we'll take it from there. See what happens. Oh, starting to get there. The one thing I've just noticed, I hadn't noticed this earlier, but someone has butchered the radio mount for the dash. There's a lip there, and what they've done is they've bent the lip up. So what I'm going to try and do is bend it back into place and then dolly it. But yeah, that kind of sucks. Okay, so obviously we're all in epoxy. Now, this section here, I got some dust blown into that. I'll worry about that later. But this section here, now I have been online getting the dimensions for the retrofit radios that go into this. This is what I'm going to be using, and they are basically a standard DIN. So what I think I'm going to do is, once this is dry, this does take 12 hours to dry, so it'll be tomorrow before I can do this, but basically, well, I'm going to wait until I've got a radio that I can try. I do have one kicking about somewhere. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-cut this hole to the correct size, and then I'm not going to be messing about with it or anything, because apparently the original VW radio that came in this wasn't, what is it, ISO, whatever it is. So yeah, I'm just going to leave this for now, and but while I had the gun out and just a bit left, the brake pedal and clutch pedal there just got some epoxy on them. Again, leave them till tomorrow, and we'll get back to them and get them sorted. The other thing is that I'm going to have a bit mess about with this bumper, and thank you for whatever bird took a dump on it. Yeah, but I'm still having this issue with nobody seems to have a front end like mine. Pardon the pun. Yeah, I've been inside, I've chatted with a few people online, and nobody seems to have this style of front. I think it's basically like a crumple zone. They all have, well, kind of here or somewhere, two bolt holes basically, that the bumper bolts up to, and they don't have these ones here. So I really do not know what's going on with this. Yeah, it's, I mean, this whole front section here, from what I understand, this was introduced primarily, well, specifically for the American 5 mile per hour bumper regulations that came in 74-ish. I think it was around about 74. And that's why this whole thing is on the front. But every person that I've spoken to, whether they're in the US or whether they're in the UK, have all said they have bolt holes, threaded bolt holes there. So, I don't know, it's got me beat. I don't know what to do about that. I mean, in all honesty, I even thought about, well, could I go ahead and make a custom bumper for it? But I don't want to get too far away from, keeping it stock appearance. That's been my goal right from the beginning. Yeah, there is going to be a few little touches here and there, such as, I think right in the beginning I showed you there was some OG custom door handles and things like that. And the other thing is, I want to go with the white, the turn signal, orange turn signal indicator lens there. I want to go with a white one so that I can use switchback LEDs in there, so I can have a daylight running light and the indicator turn signals. So, but beyond little touches like that, I want to keep this basically as stock looking as possible. So I did have a bit of good news there. My buddy Andy said he may be able to head over this way tomorrow with the water pump for the Transit. So if I can get that switched out, I can then get back over there, grab the roof and everything for this, all the windows and everything, because all the glass and everything stored over there, because I just wanted it somewhere safe, and get that all brought over here, and then I can start, I can get the roof section on and start figuring stuff out. Top half of the dashboard, I have found someone locally that may have one, but I can't actually get there until I've got the Transit back on the road. So that is going to be hopefully towards the end of this week. They also have a really nice set of original Steelies, but they've got almost new white walls on them. So I'm seriously tempted by that, because I love the vintage look on these. I like the custom ones as well, I'll be honest. I do like a lot of the custom ones, but customization is a very personal thing, and there's custom vans that I've seen that I've loved, there's custom vans that I've seen that and as I've said before, I am unfortunately selling this at the end of the project to fund my business basically. It's I'm really not getting into politics or anything, but the new government that's in is not helping small businesses like myself, and it's been a struggle this past couple of years anyway, and I need a relaunch, and I think the place to do that is going to be in the US. I mean, I'll still be in the UK, I'll be living in the UK, but I'll actually be operating the business from here in the US. And yeah, it's kind of sad, but that's the way things are. At the end of the day, livelihood's a livelihood, and work around here it's all part-time. I mean, literally everything around here is part-time. And yeah, so enough of my tangent there. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, to be honest. Obviously, can't can't do anything more on this door until the welding wire's here. That's tomorrow. And I think I might just get that dash pad out, clean that up, clean the glove box door, and then just take it from there. Wow, you have the dashboard all nicely done. There's one bit there that what I'm going to have to do is hit it with some sandpaper. It's where something's been glued to the dash. People, don't glue things to your dashboard, you know. But yeah, giving it a really good clean down. Hit it with some thinners, then with some Mr. Muscle window cleaner, because that just degreases things great. Then just hit it with some just basic Duplicolor vinyl prep. So we'll leave that to dry, and I'll come back and just give it a nice polish. And that's that bit taken care of. Meanwhile, I've got the water pump and everything stripped out of the Transit. I did go ahead and I've taken the radiator out, everything as well. Reason I did that was, you don't need to do it to do the water pumps on them, but with that van standing for such a long time, I decided, you know what, let's just flush the entire cooling system. So I took the radiator and everything out, it's sitting along there, and I've just flushed it all out, and I'm glad I did, because there was a lot of just brown water came out, which has been disposed of correctly, by the way, because I know some people get anal about that. But yeah, that is all now taken care of. Obviously I did do all of that before the van went on the road, but you know, get heat and everything into it, it loosens everything up. But yeah, so now I don't know what to do next. I'm just trying to do jobs best I can while I'm waiting on stuff. So I think what I might do is, there's a box of nuts and bolts kicking about somewhere, all off the VW. I think I might just get them out and just put them in a bucket of gunk or something, just clean them all up, and just try and organise them a little bit, see if I can figure out what's what and what goes where. Everything is off the engine and transmission, so you know, it should all, yeah. Everything else that I've dismantled off the van, I've got that in individual containers. To be honest, I just use either bags, or at the moment I'm just using paint cups, and just put a bit of tape on what they are, where they came from, and yeah, voila. When I come to put everything back together, I should know where it goes. Yeah, right. Anyway, yeah, we'll leave that to dry. Yeah, let's just find that bag of bolts. I think they're in there somewhere. There's all that back shelf is all van stuff, so yeah, I think I'll have a dig around in there, see what I can find, see if I can sort it out a bit. Oh, there we go, it's all nice and dry. There's a quick polish there. That is the only section that I can't do anything with. I think it's been super glue or something like that, but it's right down into the into like whatever you call those, you know, like the texture. So what I may do is, obviously this is a bit shiny at the moment, it will dull down over time. So what I may do is, I may just put like a strip of vinyl down the centre there. I don't know, I'll see. But once I actually get into working on the van, if I've got any offcuts of vinyl, yeah, I might just put a vinyl strip, you know, maybe in the teal or something down the middle. But we'll see. We'll see when I get there. But otherwise, that's done now. And yeah, on to the next task. I pulled all the nuts and bolts out, and to be honest, I had a quick look through them, and I need the engine and everything out. I need to do that when I'm actually putting the engine together, so I can lay everything out on the ground and then figure it out as I go. I've got a couple of manuals there, so yeah, I should be able to figure it all out. Anyway, I'm going to put this away and yeah, try and figure out something else to do. Well, what do you think? I think she's looking rather good myself. Very first thing to go back together. Now obviously it's not completely together because I've still got the top section to do, but you know, little victories. Yeah, compared to what it was, I think she's looking rather good. Anyway, I'm going to put her away safely, and I was going to bolt it into the van, but there's still a few bits I need to do behind the dash, so I'm going to leave that for now. I'm not going to bolt her in, I'm just going to put her away where she'll be safe and where she won't get scratched, dented, dinged or anything else. So yeah, it's been a good day so far. Well, I've just sat her in here overnight. I am going to put her up in the attic out of the way, then it will keep her safe, but she'll be fine here. There's nothing to come out of here or go in for the next few days. Hopefully that welding wire will be here tomorrow. I will get on with the door, and then I think I'll probably move on and do the dashboard clocks and glove box and what have you, and figure all that out. But that's for tomorrow. Tonight, I think I am going to bring this video to a close. I do apologise for just inconsistent videos at the moment. Everything is just, I'm doing every job that I possibly can to utilise the time that I've got. But hopefully in the next week or so I will be able to get back to, you know, just more concise videos. But anyway, that's it for now. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. It's been a stressful week. But yeah, take care, have a good one. Come back and see me sometime.